Yo, what's up, guys? Teacher Paul over here, and today we're checking out Korea. Annyeonghaseyo, everyone. This is a video that talks about why Korea is crime-free. This is 3 reasons why you don't see crime or criminality in Korea. I have just made a video yesterday talking about how it's very unsafe to live in different countries, especially my country. I'll talk about my country because I know I've been robbed with a knife that was as big as my forearm to the belly. You guys know the story. I've told you many times. In broad daylight, I was walking in broad daylight in a very, very public area, and that happened. Crazy. It happened under a tree, so it's my fault for walking in the shade. But when I saw this video of Korea, you guys were saying that it's so safe to walk 3 a.m. because it was 3 p.m. when I got mugged. And it was 3 kids. I didn't even expect it because they had a school bag. They pulled out their school bag, and from inside the school bag, it was I don't know if you call it a machete or whatever, and they put it against my belly, and they took whatever they wanted. Well, I didn't let them take a lot, but they took my iPad mini. They didn't take my phone because I almost resisted. Never mind. I didn't resist, but I told them, if you want to take something, you're gonna have to grab it from me. Tough guy. But anyways, that's not the point. The point is, how are you guys managing to be able to have no crimes in Korea? Kamsahamnida for watching, and let's go.
Since it is unspeakable.
What?
Since it is unspeakable, I'll show you the picture. Hello everyone, this is Kaiva. All knowledge of the world, head, heart, and soul. Is the theory of good human nature the right one, or is the theory of evil human nature the right one? The theory of evil human nature is the right one. In other words, humans grow evil from birth. The older you get, the eviler it gets. Many YouTubers upload videos that Korea is...
Do you guys agree with that? Do you think it's human nature to be evil?
In other words, humans grow evil from birth. The older you get, the eviler it gets. Many YouTubers upload the videos that Korea is a safe country without crimes. They upload fact-check videos such as, even if you leave a laptop in a cafe and stay away for 2 hours in Korea, it is still there. Even if you leave your purse at a bus stop, it will still be there even after a day.
That is awesome.
3 reasons why there's no crime in Korea. First, because of the cultural characteristics. I was educated by my father from an early age. Don't bring or pick up other people's belongings. Second reason why there's no crime in Korea. If you commit crimes such as stealing in Korea, 99% of them will be caught. Korea is a military country. Since the North Korean...
That's true. Every single man in Korea is a trained soldier. They're literally trained. They all go to military. Gosh, that's amazing. That's a bad place for you to have a criminal record or a criminal career, I would say.
99% of them will be caught. Korea is a military country. Since the North Korean armed spies might infiltrate, rivers and oceans are guarded in detail. Military, police, and civilian CCTVs are installed in all places where people live. If you are a foreigner and you dropped and lost $10 in Seoul City, report it to the police.
You'll
the police will make sure to check the CCTVs. They won't be lazy. If you lost your packages, please report it to the police. The police will always search all the CCTVs. Cultural.
Thank you for following. That is really cool. That is really cool. So how many cameras do you have per person?
Reported to the police. The police will always search all the CCTVs. Culturally, the most diligent people in the world are Koreans.
That's
Third
awesome.
reason why there's no crime in Korea. Korean culture is a culture of shyness. When a person commits a crime, what's more frightening than imprisonment or monetary penalty is the fear of shamefulness. They are more scared and have a hard time when their faces and names are revealed to public. So in Korea, Korea, when a criminal is arrested by the police, it is not the crime that is hidden, but it's the criminal's face that is hidden first. That's why just 10 years ago, Korea didn't disclose the face of criminals. Even now, if the media or individuals disclose the name and face of the criminal at will, they will be punished. However,
That is really interesting. It's the dishonor, it's the shame of doing things. Wow. So basically, I agree with this. I agree that many criminals in my country, they're shameless. And that's why there are so many criminals on the news that get famous. They get famous and people turn them into memes, and some of them get praised. It's crazy. It's such an inverted value. It's just absolutely insane that people would find it. Obviously, sometimes it's funny because the guy's drunk, but people would find a celebrity status by becoming a criminal. It's insane. It's absolutely crazy because people are shameless and they laugh when they're on television and confessing of their crimes or doing that. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And the culture of looting is horrible. Absolutely horrible. What about in Korea? Do you guys have incidents of looting or no? Looting is like going into a store and stealing stuff. As they say it's a protest, but they just want free stuff, I guess.
disclose the name and face of the criminal at will, they will be punished. However, in recent years, brutal criminals and sex offenders' face and name are disclosed with the permission of a judge. A university student took a train without paying for the ticket. However, the university student was caught by the ticket inspector. He jumped off the train. Of course, he graduated from life. Every human being was born with a variety of sinful nature. Uncontrolled and without constraints, humans become worse than beasts. Order breaks down and majority of humans will suffer. So in the past, humans were brutally controlled through religion and through culture. The European Catholic institution of burning is the worst human rights violation.
That's
in the
insane.
past, Korea also punished criminals, especially crimes against the king, were punished with fear. Since it is unspeakable, I'll show you the picture. Because of the Protestant religion,
Dude, they're doing a Luffy on him. You guys watch One Piece? At least the Netflix. They used that type of that unspeakable act of punishment.
since it is unspeakable,
That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. With the horses. Poor horses.
I'll show you the picture. Because of the Protestant religion led by UK and the United States, everyone was declared sinners. It was announced that there is not a single righteous person. Both the Pope and the President are all sinners. However, it was declared that sinners also have human rights. That is why the people are reasonably controlled by public power. A country with the public authority that has accepted the importance of human rights will become an orderly country, and many citizens will have guaranteed safety. This is Kaiva. See you in the next video. God bless you. Since it is
That is such an interesting video. So I was 100% curious and a little bit skeptical when people were saying that 99.9% of the time that you leave a phone on the table or anywhere, you come back, it's still there. This is unheard of, because every time I go to my country, I have to remind myself and I have to train myself. Remember, your phone is over here. In fact, if you're sitting on the edge of the table, your phone needs to be on the opposite side. My mother-in-law also, she puts her back, not only her, but a lot of people. I know that in probably in Asian countries, I've seen it in Japan, people put their backpacks in front, but that's to save space. In my country, when you put the backpack inverted in front, like you're pregnant from a bag, like when you put the backpack in front of you, it's for you to avoid being stolen or pickpocketed. And there's so many different techniques that you need to remember, like never leave anything on the edge or never leave anything on the table. You know, sometimes you go to a buffet and you want to reserve your table. Don't leave your belongings on the table. Even if it's a jacket, don't leave it on the table. What you need to do is you need to, I don't know, leave a glass on the table or something. Even if you leave your Coke there, your drink might be stolen because it's such a common thing. In fact, here in London, there was an incident where my wife's phone was they took it off her pocket, inside her pocket. And this was inside the tube station, inside the subway, this tube station, the underground, train station. And we reported it to the police. They looked at CCTV and they couldn't find who took it. It's insane because it was reported immediately. She showed exactly where she was. She showed exactly what camera they should look at, exactly what time, exactly what date. They couldn't find it. The only thing they actually do is they say in the speakers, be aware of your belongings, pickpocketers operate in this area. That's all they do. It's insane. On the good side, insurance company, they actually pay out. So she managed to get her phone, a new phone, right, through the insurance company. But it's insane that people can leave their belongings on the table and not be worried, and I will say, be careful when you go to other countries. If you're a Korean traveling, be wary of your surroundings, because even if you don't leave it unattended, they can take it from your hand. Especially here in the UK as well. There was a wave of criminal activity in Oxford Circus, Oxford Street, where people in mopeds would go onto the pavement, grab your phone from your hand, and drive off in their bikes, in their mopeds. So it's amazing that you guys have that. I understand a little bit more about it now. Interesting. And as I said in the last video, it all comes down to education. But guys, let me know if you have any stories about, I don't know, being robbed in Korea, because that's probably extremely rare. I told you my story. My wife has a few stories as well. I didn't live in my country as long as she did, but she has quite a few stories, and my mother-in-law as well. With that said, thank you for watching. Thank goodness we're all fine. Nothing came from it. We're all alive and healthy and well. And I hope you guys are too, and continue with this wonderful, heavenly, amazing idea that criminality is almost non-existent. And also body odor. Not having body odor is a big thing as well. It's as good as not having crime. Thank you for watching, guys. 감사합니다. I'll see you on the next video. Take care for now. Bye-bye.